Hello, Lily here. Thank you for joining. Today we're going to practice some restorative yoga. I'll be guiding you into some meditations as we rest and sink into our postures. So without talking too much, we'll set right up into our first restorative shape, which will be a heart opening back bend. So whatever props you have available to you, we'd like to create some sort of height behind the upper back. So if you have a bolster at home, that's great. Otherwise, you can fold up a nice thick blanket or stack a few pillows side by side and up. Blanket can be nice, or an extra pillow under the head. So we're going to just lay our spine back on this longer bolster shape and have your head supported so that the forehead is slightly higher, if not level, to the chin. We don't want any chin sticking upwards. So go ahead and lay back. You can bend your knees, feet flat on the floor, resting your head on that extra support, and just allow your arms to waterfall out to the sides, palms facing up, and just begin to sink into that openness and support beneath you. Gently close the eyes. Begin to tune into the stillness inside the body. Attune to the natural flow of breath in through nose, throat, lungs, and the breath flowing out the lungs, throat, nose, or mouth. Back of the neck is long. The eyes, eyebrows, and jaw are soft and relaxed. Feel the weight of your arms and gravity helping to create space across the chest and shoulders. Take your time settling into this shape. And if your legs want to feel even more at ease, you're welcome to extend the legs out long on your mat or the floor. You could also, if the low back is sensitive, take the feet wide as your mat and allow the knees to come together to touch, creating a little tent shape. Allowing the weight of your abdomen to sink deeper into the support that rises up and cradles and snuggles into you. Feel the weight of the pelvis, the heavy surrender of your legs. A subtle opening of the body. creating space for deep rest. Continue to watch and observe from a distance, as if observing yourself from up above or from outside of the body. Watch as that subtle breath in causes an expansion in all directions of the torso, the chest, shoulders, the hips. Everything around the spine expands as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, just softening into yourself, surrendering deeper into that space of rest. Noting, witnessing expansion on inhale and release, surrendering on exhale. We're going to be working with different shapes of the spine in this practice, affecting the central channel that connects us to our nervous system, calming, down regulating that nervous system, stimulating the parasympathetic response, allowing us to find calm and equanimity. Sensing inside the mouth. Feel the tongue. Feel the lips. Noticing where they are, but also, more importantly, feeling into the felt sense of this part of your body as radiant sensation, alive, and receptive. And feel inside the mouth the texture, inside the cheeks, outside the cheeks, feeling the ears, aware of the ears on the sides of your head, Sensing the temples, the sides of your eyes, and that space between the eyes. Sensing the forehead cool and smooth, relaxed. The eyebrows, the eyes themselves. Feel back into the eye sockets. The eyelids. Feel down the bridge of the nose to the tip of the nose and the nostrils. Sense any movement of air as you breathe in and out through the nostrils. Feeling the lips, the chin, the throat, both inside and outside, to the neck, down to the shoulders, sensing an opening or any sensation that's present, following streams of sensation, vibrancy, flows of aliveness and awareness down into the arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms of the hands, alive with radiant sensation. If you need to shift your body, your posture at any moment, feel free. Find comfort and ease as we navigate through this practice. Adding props, adding warmth. Taking deep breaths. And allowing my voice to become your voice as we move through the body. To calm the nervous system and focus the mind. Feeling into the center space of the chest and upper back. And feeling sensation spontaneously inside the torso, the abdomen, the front, the back, the low belly, the lower back. Sensing the pelvis and the glutes. Noticing what these areas in the body feel like. Sensation, or just simply aware of those parts of you existing in this moment. Flowing sensation down the legs to the knees, the lower legs, ankles, sensing into the soles of the feet, alive and radiant with sensation. And sense both hands and feet together. Pure sensation. And now sense the entire body as one unit of radiant sensation, alive, expansive, yet soft, at ease. Allow your breath to deepen slightly as we prepare to move and transition with this same sense of ease and aliveness and awareness into our next shape. As the breath deepens, you might decide to move the fingers, roll the wrists, any gentle movements, bending the knees. Place your feet flat on the floor, knees pointing upward toward the ceiling, and gently make your way onto your side, ideally facing me, facing your screen. Just roll off any props and come to rest on your arm or your hands or a pillow in the fetal position. Inviting yourself to make any adjustments at all as we transition into a side lying posture. So your pillow or your bolster that you used to recline will now turn it sideways, so it's horizontal across our mat. And you'll place that narrow part of the bolster against the soft part of your abdomen between your hip bone and your rib cage. I'll recommend a pillow or two to support your head. And no matter what side you're on, start facing me. So the arm that's closest to the floor, thread that through and out in front of you, stacking your pillows up high enough so that your head can stay in line with your spine. I like to bend my knees and stagger them here. So with that lower arm extended out in front of you, that top arm has the option to float overhead, maybe resting the upper arm against your ear, fingertips grazing the floor gently. Feel a nice expansion along that top side body. Closing the eyes, inviting softness and awareness again into the body, inviting stillness. If any part of this position doesn't serve you, perhaps that top arm falls asleep at a certain point, you can rest it on your bolster or simply in front of your face or alongside your body. Making your way into a place where you could be 5 or 10% more comfortable. Sense the body breathing itself. And feel sensation along the right side of your body, whichever side that is for you in this shape. Starting with your right foot, follow sensation up the right leg to the hip, right side waist, right shoulder, right arm, right hand, right side of the neck, right side of the face and head. And in the near future, when you next happen to inhale, imagine that sensation flowing from the foot all the way up to the top of the head along the right side. Inhaling from foot to head, sensation. Exhaling, moving down from top of head to foot, sensation. Your breath as sensation in the body. If it helps, add a visual like a wave or a cup filling up with water. Inhaling from bottom to top. Wave of warm water washing over you. Exhaling, clearing away from top to bottom. Inhaling, filling that cup of water or golden liquid. Exhaling, allowing it to drain out and down. Or simply feel that breath as flow of energy moving up along the right side on inhale and down along the right side as you exhale. Continue with this pattern, sensing the right side, breathing up and exhaling down the right side. Finish that round of breath that you're on and find another cycle of breath in and up, down and out before gently pressing into your hands to lift your torso up slightly, moving slowly and with ease. And we'll transition into a belly down twist. And so I'd like you to rotate your bolster or set of pillows again so that it's lengthwise along your torso. And you're simply going to lay your belly, chest, and head down, keeping your knees facing your screen, staggering the legs to create a little space in the hips. So you decide how high or low you'd like to lay your belly and chest and head. You could recline as far upright as you like, Or you could go all the way down to the floor, depending on the mobility in your spine and hips in this moment. Closing the eyes and inviting stillness back inward. Allowing there to be some space across the upper back and shoulders, so you could widen your elbows out to the sides to facilitate that. Finding softness and ease. Forget all ideas about the body, whether it's this way or that way. Just be with any area of it, any sensations present, any thoughts or feelings that might bubble up or ripple your still glacial lake. If we let them be all of those areas of sensation, those ripples will eventually still and become that calm, clear glacial lake once again. This present body with limitless space is drenched in freedom and possibility. And find another breath and then another round. After that, before gently pressing into the floor and lifting yourself up without much agitation, gently switch onto your other side. Make sure you're still facing your screen. So you'll move your props to the opposite end of your mat. Starting with our side lying. So you'll take that bolster or stack of pillows horizontal and then gently make your way onto that opposite side. Into the fleshy part of your abdomen is resting against your bolster. Sending that bottom arm forward in front of you and support your head in any height to allow ease in that bottom shoulder and to align the spine. Bending the knees and staggering the legs as you like. Placing that top arm in any position to either create space or find softness and ease. Soften into this surrender with a breath in through nose and out through the mouth. Noticing where you could find a sense of ease and surrender in the body, or spaciousness, that limitless space where you find freedom. And sensing along the left side of the body this time, starting with the left foot. Follow sensation up the left ankle, left leg, the left hip, and the left side of the abdomen and torso. left shoulder without fixing or correcting anything, just sensing what's there. The left arm, the left hand, and the left side of the neck, left side of the face and head. And as you breathe here, that breath draws up the left side of the body on inhale and down the left side as you exhale. Imagining either that wave softly washing up and down the body, clearing away any tension, any spent energy, or filling up a cup with energy and then draining out all of that spent energy. As you exhale, or simply feeling that breath as flows of energy moving up the left side of the body, breathing in, and moving down the left side of the body, breathing out. And enjoying all of that space. And enjoying all of the stillness, both inside the body and outside. Following that breath up the left side as you breathe in, and down the left side as you breathe out. And in the near future, after this cycle of breath, find one more slow, effortless round before gently pressing hands into your mat, lifting your torso just enough to adjust your bolster back to that lengthwise or vertical shape. And then align your body, torso, chest, and head so that it faces down, resting on that bolster at any height, elbows wide, soft upper back, surrendering the weight of your body into that support, into our belly down twist. Making any adjustments to find just a little more ease and effortlessness. Invite the quiet in once again. The radiance of space permeates the body in all directions simultaneously. Know that space is always here, already here, before you're even noticing it. And what we call that space is a presence, a permission to exist, and worlds within which we express ourselves. Without even thinking about it, without forming mental images, rest in this vast expanse. Friends with infinity, sensing the space all around you, infinite vastness, and the awareness of being surrounded and a part of that spaciousness. The boundaries of your body and mind dissolving, blending into the air, the objects, the energy all around you. Just sinking into that infinitely melting puddle of warm liquid gold, expanding in all directions, softening, molding, flowing across every corner of the earth, of the universe. And allow any amount of breath, rounds of breath before you're ready to transition out of this shape, pressing hands into your mat, coming to an upright position. Take a moment to extend your legs in front of you and rest your hands behind you, leaning back into your hands and sinking into your shoulders for a moment. Still moving from this space of ease and awareness. We'll move our spine in a different direction now, a forward fold. So grab your bolster or a couple pillows and have a blanket folded at a reasonable height so that you can elevate your seat. We're going to sit on the folded blanket. About this thickness should work. You'll take a wide-legged straddle, and we'll have a bolster or folded blanket under the backs of the knees, especially nice if you have tighter hamstrings or a sensitive low back. So sitting your sits bones right on the edge of the folded blanket, something to prop up behind the backs of the knees. And you can either take the soles of the feet together, which I quite like, or keep the legs extended but the ankles soft. So not a hard flexion in the ankles here. And we'll simply allow a passive forward fold over the body. You can either rest your elbows on your legs or somehow on your props or the floor, allowing the head to completely surrender and release forward. If there's a lot of sensitivity in the neck, especially, you might even place your head into your palms of your hands softly. Just to allow a little more support for the head and allow that stretch of the cervical spine and the neck to be less intense and more manageable at first. And sink as deeply into the shape as feels comfortable for you. Settle in with a conscious breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And for some, this might mean a lot of intense sensation. So if it's better for you to sit more upright, you could prop your hands on your ankles or the floor and create a tall diagonal spine hinging at the hips. And that might be enough of a fold. And for others, our head degree of sensation is in this shape and in this moment. In each moment as it unfolds, know that sensation does change. Might develop, become more subtle. Inviting an element of self-care and intuitiveness as you navigate how much support you need in each shape, facilitating this sense of deep ease and rest. Just be with the breath here, noticing that expansion as you inhale, especially moving into the back body, the back of the lungs, expanding back and out and up slightly. And as you exhale, a softening into surrendered space. Sweetly give in to that being held, that sense of being snuggled into by your props, by the floor, despite any sensations that might be present. Be with them all, welcome them all without judgment. Just lovingly be the space for yourself to unpack all of that wound up tension, banked memories, emotions. Let yourself unravel here as we work on the spine. Let the yoga do the work for you and simply hold space and presence for it with love. And in the near future, notice one breath cycle and add one more round after that into an upright spine, using your hands to walk up the length of the legs. Arms are straight, so the spine is not doing any work or the muscles around it. From here, we'll transition right away into our final rest, traditional Shavasana. So I like to have something behind the backs of my knees, rolled up blanket, bolster, some type of support under back of head for softness, or perhaps to allow that leveling of the forehead and chin to relax the thinking mind. Settle in gently, lying on your back, as much support as you'd like, perhaps a blanket covering you for warmth, an extra pillow, eye pillow, scarf, or shirt over the eyes to help support that, drawing the senses inward to quiet the mind. Arms are either open by your sides, or you could place hands on the belly, or one hand on heart, one hand on belly. And take your time settling into this final piece of rest. Conscious breath in through nose. Open mouth, easy sigh out. Softening one last time into stillness. And spacious inside the mouth. Some space around the eyes, at the temples. You could feel a widening between that space, the space inside your head. Feel the length of your spine and all the muscles and bones and tissues that surround it, resting and spreading on the floor. Enjoying this quiet moment of rest. A few rounds of breath. Aware of each inflow and outflow and all the sensations that surround it. From this place of present awareness, sense that space around your heart, sensing warmth or seeing light or color or an image in that heart space. However you connect to it, you could place a hand or both over your heart. Feel that inner radiant smile, as warm and bright as the sun, radiating outwards, up into your throat and head, down into your belly and pelvis. Allow that smile to radiate upwards into your lips, your eyes. Santosha, this word, a beautiful word for contentment or happiness or joy, just because. Experiencing a possibility of joy in every moment. This open and receptiveness we've cultivated, this equanimity in spirit, undisturbed as that glacial lake and the sun shining on the clear glass-like surface, calm, unattached to the ripples that agitate the surface. Knowing that when left alone, it becomes still and quiet once again. This radiant joy spreading through your entire being. Allow the light and the warmth to fill the room around you, to touch every corner, every surface, expanding that outwards beyond this little space into your neighborhood, your country, the global community, sensing your light, your possibility for joy in each moment. Expressed in this unspeakable light. A mirror really reflecting this joy back to each and every being in the universe, sharing and witnessing this beauty, this presence within and around us. Remain here, basking in this glow. For as long as you'd like. I'll finish with a reading from the Radiance Sutras, one of my go-to texts, spiritual texts. This body is made of earth and gold, sky and stars, rivers and oceans, masquerading as muscle and bone. Every substance is here. Diamonds and silver, magical elixirs, ambrosia that gives visions, herbs that nourish and heal, the foundation of the planet, immortal magnetic iron circulating in the blood. Every element in you loves the others. Earth loves rain, sky loves sun, sun loves the space it shines through. Space loves everyone equally. In meditation, in knowing this deep and simple truth, every cell is an organ of sense infused with majesty. Namaste.